Okay, it's live right now. I'm not quite sure if you saw it, but I'm live right now. There's
Okay, yeah, I don't see it, but
okay. Try to go to my page, and then I already got 3 people here. You should be able to see.
Okay, let me just refresh my page.
Well, refresh the page, and then you're probably going to see it. Yeah, shalom, brothers. Shalom, sister. I'm still with the brother in there. Okay, they can handle this heat, brethren. They can handle this heat.
Yeah.
There's too much heat, so they caught it. They can't handle that heat, man. Okay, right, we're about to get good. Right, we're about to get good, brothers. They can handle that heat. They caught it. All right, they caught it because it is. They well aware, brothers. This is a future event. They're well aware of that. They well aware of that. It's way too heavy. Now let me go ahead and. Did you get it, brother? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing you now.
Okay, well, the people can hear you. Regin, give us someone if you can hear both of us, and if you can see us clearly, please. Okay.
There we go. We got someone.
Okay, somebody say no sound. Okay, well, the people can hear me. Yeah, they can hear. Thank you. All right, brethren. We didn't proceed. Okay, we didn't proceed. Okay. Once we said a future event, they caught it. I saw that. The brother saw that when I was about to explain, certain things. Okay, so let us keep on going, and then because things happen. Now, what the beloved brother saw, it's a future event. It's something that will happen. Now, for those of you who probably remember, because we don't have that much people here, brothers, there is a book called the Colburn Bible. Okay, the beloved brother Big Judah bought this Bible. The beloved brother Abdullah Seer went into it. Okay, go to their channels. They have the whole thing going over there. In this Bible, brothers, there's a passage that talk about the destroyer, aka whatever planet the brother saw. Okay, this thing will happen, brothers. It's no, there's no if and buts about this. It will happen. So what the brother saw, that's what that is. Okay, there's this planet that coming, because listen, brethren, power, the word power, the physical power always needs some type of storage or source. Power need a source. There's a source of power. The sun is a source of power. Right now, where we at, there it's dark. There's no source of power. When this planet came in, it will be some type of battery that will channel some type of energy to certain people. It's the source of power. Okay, all right. The so-called the Ark of the Covenant, according to the book that we've been reading, there's a source of power in there. When this thing is in the midst of us, we are undefeated, unless we've effed up everything. So what he saw, okay, that big planet coming, it's a source of power that coming. It's like an amplifier, okay? So it's like a giant menhir or a giant dolmen that's gonna be there, falling, pushing, amplifying hurricanes. Any little, now you will have category 100 hurricane. A bigger. That's what you saw, brother. So I'm not quite sure if it makes sense to you or anything like that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, because I think I was watching some other videos. I forget what the brother name is. I think Rap the News.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw he had like a whole collage of like people who had the same dream. So I was just like, oh wow, like I'm not bugging you.
No,
like,
you're not. Nah, you're not. Brother, you are saying everything that you saw is true. Every single person that have those dreams, beloved, it is real, it is true. They are not making this up. They saw this. It's a future event. It will happen. That is why, brothers, there's so many distractions out there. That is why when people saw things in the sky, they say, no. That's not what that is. That's like that's a phenomenon that is the ion atmosphere reflected to the crystal that causing perspective that your eyelid and the pterodactyl in your eye see. They will come up with some crap, but brethren, at one point they will not be able to explain anything. They will just like we don't know what that is. They will just say, we don't know. They have to come out there, brother, to tell people something. And I'm pretty sure you're aware now, brother, they were doing some type of UFO report. Because too many, not only they are saying too many people are questioning them. What are those things? What are they are here for? Are we in trouble? What is it going to happen? Are they going to attack us? Okay, so that's what that is, brother. Thank you so much. All right.
Right. And the second dream, I don't know if you could interpret that for me, but
go ahead, brother.
But basically, it was like, like I said, I was sleeping. And I don't remember the dream or anything like that. But I think right before I woke up, I think I was looking at myself on the bed. But like when I woke up, I looked to the left, like the left of me, and dark being, and like I don't know if it was dark being, but it was something dark that was there. And I quickly needed to use the restroom, so I just saw it, and ran to the bathroom because I really needed to use it. All of a sudden, so when I was using the restroom, I was just like, yo, did I really see what I just saw?
Okay.
Like right by my bed?
All right. What I'm getting from what you're saying, since it's not a dream, it's some form of protection, not intimidation, protection. You see, brothers, there are certain books, so many books that I'm reading, so many people that I speak to. There are certain beings that you cannot see them with your fleshly eyes. I keep telling people, when I was a kid, that old man used to open a portal and bring a little demon there talking to us. True story, man. Yeah, true story.
I see him, man.
I see him. But I say him abdomen. Me say on diable démon mette la parler, man. True story. Yeah, I was a kid. So, and then when this happened, and then he told us, he said, you cannot see me with your fleshly eyes, because if you do, you're going to die. And then when we question, we say, okay, but why can't we see you? Because as a kid, we are curious. We're like, okay, we want to see. Say, no, I don't look like the way that you think I look like. That is why even in the book of Solomon, when Solomon, even Moses, brothers, when he calling the angels to appear in front of him, he said, take a form of a handsome man, of a handsome woman. Because if you call an angel, you say, appear in front of me, and I want to see you and give you an order, and then this angel pop up in front of you, I can guarantee you the moment you saw how this angel looked like, you'll die. Because Enoch went to the heaven, and he gazed upon this man that was sitting there in that glory. He died. Enoch died. And Enoch fell in heaven, he died. Then the angels came back, they breathed life unto him, and then he came back to life again. If this was something, I would say, like something that was there to threaten you or to quote unquote do you harm, one, you would not see it, and two, if you did saw it, you wouldn't be here. That is why, brother, certain people, you heard that person die of a heart attack. That person is like, you're like, how is this dude is the healthiest son of a gun I ever know. That guy work out all the time, he's fit, yet he died of a heart attack. Sometimes those people see things they weren't supposed to see. Listen, let me tell you something, beloved. A lot of the people that you're seeing online, a lot of the people that you're seeing, I don't like going into this thing, but I'm going to have to brush on it, a little bit. A lot of those people, brothers, they do a lot, brothers. They went places that you will never dare go, so their business will become successful. Their online business, brothers. That's why you see a lot of young people are dying. Like all of a sudden, that person have a heart attack. Okay, they signed contract. All of a sudden, this person got killed and stuff like that. So what you saw, it was nothing. But I don't think it's like something that was there to harm you, because if it was, you wouldn't be here. Okay, so it was most likely some type of protection, that something that came here to watch over your body when you were having that experience or traveling to that other realm or whatever. He was just a guardian that keep track, and then he made you see him a little, say, hey, I was there, and then he left. Just like the sister that has she went to the doctor with two of her siblings, and then somebody saw four of them. This angel, he literally made the guy saw him as a testimony. And then when they came back, the guy said, Well, it's 4 of you. Where's the other fellow? And she's like,
Mm.
no, it's 3 of us. He say, I swear that I saw 4 of you. Sometimes they do that, brothers. They make us, they say, you're aware I'm with you, you're aware I'm here. But sometimes, it frightened us because we never seen things like this. So that's what it was, brothers. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you so much, beloved brother, for calling us. Okay.
Yeah, man. All
Okay.
praise and glory to the Most High, man. Thank you for everything that you do, man. I'm
Okay.
always on the prayers, the
Yes,
12
sir.
o'clock prayers that you do, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
and I love that holy slide whistle, bro. You are
Okay.
funny as hell.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right, brother.
brothers.
Have a good one. Shalom,
Shalom.
family.
Shalom. May the King reign forever. Beloved brothers and sisters, we keep telling people this. A lot of those things, you see when things, we got somebody from Maryland right now. Let's put the brother or sister on hold. Shalom.
Shalom, Big Levi.
Shalom, beloved sister. Can we put you on hold for a minute, please?
Yes.
All right. Brethren, a lot of those things that happen, they are not dreams. They are not dreams at all. The best way, listen, let me tell you something. Okay. Let's say an angel come in front of you, big wings and stuff, you will die. You will die. The moment you see this angel, you will die. Because you cannot stand the Father glory like this. No man can. You will run. When the Father come right in front of you and tell you something, you will fall on your face, you'll die. The first time the Heavenly Father had a communion with Moses, according to the book of a pillar of fire, Moses bolted off. Moses, look at his feet, like holy feet, don't fail me now. Moses gone because the glory, he scared him. That's what that is, brothers. A lot of stuff that we're seeing, they are horrible and horrible thing to look at, but when in fact it's the glory of the Heavenly Father. This man, look, the best way, that's me carnally talking to you. The best way to give us the message is through dreams and visions. If they physically take you, brothers, they open a portal and then they travel to this portal with you, it's gonna be a problem. When you come back, you won't be able. One, what you saw over there, you will die. By you going through this portal, you will die because they told you that in many movies, like King Kong versus Godzilla. The guy brother died when he go to this portal. Sometimes the Most High does this, brothers. He opened portal for the Gentiles. He say, okay, go ahead. They're like, we open this portal, and then they jump in it. They never come back. Or when they come back, they're only their skeleton come back. We have a brother in Maryland or sister in Maryland. Let's take the beloved sister. Shalom, beloved sister. What you got for the nation?
Shalom, Big Levi. This is Queen Mommy. I have two things. I'm the one who stopped the car when I was 6, and I'm 59 now. This happened when I was little, and my sister, I have an older sister who's 8 years older than I, and she's kept this story alive to me ever since I was little. She told me that one day I was holding her hand, and we were at a stoplight, and there were a bunch of cars going across, going really fast, and all of a sudden I bolted out into the street, and she screamed, she closed her eyes, and she opened her eyes, and when the light changed, I was standing on the other side of the street. And she said her heart dropped, like, I don't know how you ended up on the other side of that street. She said, you were like a flash of lightning. There was no way that you could have got across the street without getting hit by those cars. That was the second incident that happened to me when I was little. And I'm 59 now.
All praises.
And all praises to the Most High. And this happened to me when I was I was 29. One of my older sisters, she was dying of cancer. She had breast cancer. And the night before I went to the hospital to visit her, the Father told me to read the description of your angel. And for some reason, it took me to the scripture, and it told me how big your angel is. He's big. He's like, 6 times the height of you and the width of you. He has big, giant wings, and he protects you. And so I went to visit my sister, and her boyfriend says to me, your sister is tripping. She's talking about there's some big guy standing in the corner, And so she says to me, my angel is here. He's here. You see him, right? And I said, well, tell me what he looks like. And she described it to the T of the verses that I read in the Bible the night before. And I was like, yes, that's your angel. Yes. Yes, I know you see him. And she said, he's here to get me. And I said, okay, I know he is. All praises to the Most High. I just wanted to tell that to the family.
Thank you, beloved
he
sister.
He is alive.
Thank you, beloved sister. Thank you. All praises for sharing this story. May the King reign forever. And again, brethren, our people, when the Most High choose you in the spiritual realm, he said, I choose you. Nothing can happen to you, brothers. Until you fulfilled your mission, nothing can happen to you. All those things that happened to that sister when she was a little girl, those were the agent of Satan trying to take her out before she gave the glory to the Most High. Okay, the Most High kept her alive. To we got somebody in Florida. Let me put that person on. Oops, let me see. Hello, hello.
Hello, Shalom, Big Levi.
Shalom, beloved. So far, so good. Can we put you on hold for a moment, please?
Absolutely.
All right. Brethren, listen. When the Most High choose you, again, nothing can happen to you. Now you got the other side, and then they will see, and then they will say, they will look at the whatever you are, and then they will try to, take you out, and then they can't. They will send cars try to hit you, it won't. Okay, they will do everything to you. You can't die until the Most High say so, until you fulfill your mission. What is your mission? I have no idea what that is. But all I know, you have a mission for the Most High. You're supposed to fulfill it. You see, the sister came by and then give glory and praises to the Heavenly Father. Okay? All right. We have a sister over there. We have somebody in Texas. I will tell the person to hold on a little for us once we're done, and then the person in Texas hold for a little moment. And sister, shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, give me a second, brothers. I want to formally apologize for what happened in the other podcast. Sometimes the name of the podcast is Feel the Heat. Sometimes they cannot handle the heat, brethren. Okay, they will do little silly things like that. They will attack you when you're about to say something. So it was they cut off the internet. The brother and I knew what happened because we were on the phone. He said that I froze and I know exactly what happened. Okay, so now we have a sister, beloved sister. What you got for the nation?
Yes, I believe it is for the nation. I had a dream back in mid-January of this year that I want to share. So in the dream, I was walking in my grandmother's old neighborhood. This is in North Florida. And I'm walking in the neighborhood, and it's just a modest neighborhood, mostly our people. And I passed by my grandmother's old house on the left, and I see a brother near that house next door. He's looking out the window, but I don't pay any attention. I just keep walking. And like I said, this is a modest neighborhood, but as I'm walking down the street, I see cherry blossom trees. And I see the petals falling from the trees. It's very beautiful. In real life, it's just a regular street and it intersects with another street. But in this dream, it's cherry blossoms, and I see this giant gazebo. And in the middle of the gazebo, there is a piece of luggage, like a roll-on suitcase, like a rolling suitcase. And it's navy blue. And I step on the gazebo to get the suitcase. I grab it and I just keep going back down the street. And again, I have this beautiful scenery, cherry blossoms going everywhere. And then it just kind of gradually changes again to just a regular neighborhood. And so I'm walking back and I'm going to this dirt lot because I parked in a dirt lot and my car is there. and I passed by my grandmother's old house, and I passed by the house where the brother was looking out the window. So I passed by him. I see him again, but I just keep going. I'm just trying to get to my car. So I get to the dirt lot, and I get to my car, and the brother comes out, and he comes walking towards me very quickly. And I'm trying to open my doors to my car and get the suitcase in, and everything happened so quickly in the dream. But both the driver's door and the back seat left side door are both open, and somehow he manages to get in front of me, and he pulls out a gun. He does not want me to get in the car, so I'm backing up because I'm holding the suitcase tightly. And he has the gun, and suddenly I just let out a scream. And it's a specific type of scream. It's a scream with intent. It's just not any, oh, I'm scared. It's like, it has a specific tone. And I look up to the sky, and suddenly from the heavens comes down these shadows. And the only way I can describe them are like shadow ninjas. I don't know how else to just, describe them. But there's 7 of them. And they come down, and they have swords, and they surround the dude, and they just put in work. And I'm sitting there in awe. It's almost like, it was crazy because it was part of me in the dream felt like I knew what was going to happen, but I was still taken back by what was going on. So they're putting in work, like they're like the brother's gone. And so there was a voice that basically said, you need to go. Like, you need to remember, like, you came here for a reason. You need to go. So I get into the car, and I drive off into the road. And then, I wake up, and that's the end of the dream.
All praises to the Most High. Thank you, beloved sister. Powerful dream, man. Powerful. Wow, powerful, man. You know what I like about our people, man? It's just they are very sincere when they have those dreams. Okay, those are powerful dreams, and then you can feel what happened. And when the sister says she screamed with intent, she released what they call a canary cry. She released a sonic boom. Okay, she released quote unquote a vocal shofar and call up the angel. It was a call. Okay, it was like a emergency call. She pulled an alarm, a spiritual alarm, and then 7 angels just dropped from the sky, and then they put on the walk on this fellow. Thank you, beloved sister. I have I'm not again this dream. On one way it's personal. Okay, whoever that person was in your life that trying to, it's kind of personal. This fellow is no more, or this person cannot come nowhere near you. That's what that dream is. Whatever this person that was trying to stop you, I'm not quite sure who she is, who he is. That person is no longer. So that's what that is. So it's a form of protection, with that scream that you unleash. Again, like I said before, once the Most High choose you, brothers, there's not, if you stay in your lane, if you obey the Most High, nothing can happen to you. All praises.
All praises.
Thank you, beloved sister.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right. Let me see. I didn't meant to send the brother away. All right. We had let me see. We got here we go. We got somebody in Louisiana. Shalom.
Shalom, Biglevi.
Beloved sister, can I put you on hold for a minute, please?
Yeah.
All right. Brethren, sister. Those dreams that we are having. Oh, I got some. Okay, I'll come back to this. Let's take the sister. Beloved sister, what you got for the nation?
Okay, I have more like an encounter. When you said that we were going to receive signs, I was looking for a sign. I was asking for a sign, and nothing was happening. I didn't see any clues anywhere. There was a dragonfly in my car, and I put down all the windows, and I kept trying to let it out, and it flew with me for like 7 miles to my destination and back to my house, and I had to kind of scoot it out because I didn't want to die in my car. And I was like, is this my sign? And I was like, well, I don't need a sign. And the Most High must have known that I'm anal retentive and I needed a sign. So the very next day, at the end of my shift, I was getting ready to get off. A man out of nowhere just approached me and started talking to me about vitamin C. He was telling me that I should take 2,000 milligrams, 1,000 in the morning, 1,000 in the afternoon, won't have a heart attack, stuff like that. I'm kind of paraphrasing because he talked to me for like 26 minutes. I was just trying to get off. I was trying to hurry it up. So I let him talk, and he started talking to me about the Bible. And I just recently read the Bible at the beginning of the year. He was talking about blind Mormons, and I'm currently reading the Book of Mormon. And he was kind of going through different topics. He was telling me to stop worrying about my weight, and none of this stuff I'm telling him, he's just talking to me. He was like telling me that I'm the right size for my purpose. And then he was asked me why I was reading the Bible and stuff like that. And he said that he was going to sum up the Bible for me. And he just basically said Romans 10, 9 and 10. And he was like, that was it. And he was saying that I just need to get on my knees and ask the Most High to be my master and for me to be his slave. And he also said, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. He also said that the Bible is written on a 5th grade level. Don't think about it too hard. And he was like, it's not really written on a 5th grade level. He was like, it's written on 3rd grade level. And he said that 2 times, and I did repeat the 3rd grade 2 times. Well, So he also said that I don't have to understand the man, and the man doesn't have to understand me. And all that I should do is he was like, love as, do on to as. This is just him talking to me, and I'm just shaking my head. And he was like, don't think about it, just do it. He said, I see you thinking about it. Don't think about it. He was like, just do it. And then he was saying, I'm going to let you go. He said, don't worry about your salvation. He said, I know that you're questioning it. I almost started crying because I was. And he stopped me from crying, put his hand up, and he just said, don't. He said, don't worry about your salvation. You were chosen before you were born. And then lastly, he told me to take care of my teeth. The odd thing about this is that I had a dentist appointment on Friday. This happened on a Wednesday. I was going to cancel it. And that was the last thing he told me. And this is it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, beloved sister. Now, yes,
wait,
go ahead.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
That baby dragonfly, Friday after I came from the dentist and did all my running, they actually had, I don't believe it was the same baby dragonfly. It was in my kitchen. It landed on my wall. And so I kind of scooted it back outside. So that's the end of that. That was the encounter.
All right, sister, just to reiterate, let the people know that this thing happened in real life. This wasn't a dream.
It wasn't a dream.
That happened for real, like in real time. It happened.
It happened on June 24th on a Wednesday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, beloved sister. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. May the King reign.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, beloved. May the King reign forever. Listen. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, and this is gonna be very deep because I want the nation to be very careful out there. Now, thank you for the beloved sister for bringing the glory of the Most High for us to give him praises. That's how the Most High do his work. You see, brethren, the Most High himself, he can give the message to anyone. I can guarantee you, if you go over there, you see this dude, you say, hey, and she come back and say, hey, that's the guy. Yo, hey, remember me? We had that conversation. It's like, I have no idea who you are. I don't know who you are. See, what you said those things the other day. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't know who you are. That is the truth. I do not want our people to go out there and start worshiping people. I do not want our people to go out there and say, this guy might be an angel. I might as well do some good unto him, because I don't want the people to do this out there, brethren. Like we said before, and we're going to keep saying this, you won't even know when you got an encounter. You won't even know this. Okay? We have somebody in Texas. Let's put the brother or the sister on hold. Shalom. Hello?
Shalom, Biglevi.
Shalom.
Hi, hi. This is my second time calling. I'm sorry for my dogs barking.
Okay.
Apologize for that.
Can we put you on a hold for a minute?
Of course,
All
definitely.
right. All right. Yes. So, brethren, you won't even know. Please do not worship those people out there. Do not say anything. Receive the message. Say, I receive it. Give the Most High praises and glory. That's it. Whether you give this person money or you don't give this person money, that's not what that is. The Most High doesn't like send those things so you can give them money. He sent them to give you a message. They are messengers. Okay, beloved. I don't want our people to purposely go out there looking for homelesses or certain. You're gonna stumble upon the wrong angel, and then you're gonna find out, wait, that wasn't an angel at all. Don't do this. Like the brother was going to get some coffee. That's all. That's all he knows. Hey man, I want some coffee. Let me go ahead and get some coffee. Got in his car, and then he went get some coffee, and then he didn't get no coffee at all. He went look for some coffee, and he got something way better than coffee. And then up until when he get home, he start like to say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what that was. Okay? Brothers, please. Even though you don't ask the Messiah for a sign, he will give you a sign. And you will know that's a sign from the Most High. You will not question. You will not say, I don't know, things like that happen. You will know directly this thing is speaking to you and the message is for you. Now we got a sister and on hold. Let's bring the sister in. Shalom, beloved sister. What you got for the nation?
Shalom, family, and shalom, Biglevi. And I appreciate you for what you're doing. I just had some encouragement for the nation. This happened in real life. And it's not to tell people how they should be in their marriage or anything like that. Of course, you work out your own salvation fear and trembling, but just telling you my experience. Okay, so this happened back in 2007. My job was outsourced. I was going through marital problems, just had surgery. My home was going through foreclosure. My brand new van that I just had paid off was down. I wasn't able to drive it. I had 3 babies to feed and try to my house. I called family members, and I love my family. Don't get me wrong. I'm just letting you know this is what happened. I called family members for help. They mocked me. Um, there was no help for me at all. And one day, I was just so weak and so drained, and just from trying to do everything on my own. After I got out of the shower, I was, of course, praying in my heart for the Most High to lead me. So when I laid across the bed, I had like a king size. At that time, I had like a king size bed, and I would keep like sorry, my dog is barking, but I had like a king size bed, and I would have like a box spring, 2 pillow top mattresses. It was up high. I would actually have to step up steps to get into the bed. Well, anyway, after I got out of the shower, I laid across the bed because I didn't know. I was like, okay, I need to find out what I'm going to do for me and my baby. So when I laid across the bed and I started closing my eyes, and when I closed my eyes, I felt something hit my feet. So when something hit my feet, you can feel the pressure of it like getting like behind me. And keep in mind, I'm in a king size bed and I'm laying long ways where the pillows were, to my back to the pillows. Well, whatever it was, I strongly believe it was the Holy Spirit, because the way it happened was when I laid across the bed, it laid where the pillow should be, and it embraced me. It's like wrapped its arms around me and embraced me. When it embraced me, it was like my whole body sunk into it. It was like, I'm sorry for the dogs barking. Just one second. I'm babysitting my daughter's dog.
It's all good, sister. It doesn't bother us at all. Keep going.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as it as I leaned against this, I believe again, the Holy Spirit, I could be wrong, but when I leaned against it, it seemed like every emotion, every anxiety was just being sucked up out of me. And it was like, I felt it. And I felt like this love that was out of this. I never experienced that kind of love in my life ever. So by that time, as I'm just soaking in it, I'm just soaking in this love. My husband comes through the door, and he comes in the bedroom, and it scares me. And I was like, oh, that wasn't you. And when I did that, he's like, no, because he was sort of like ran into the room. He was like, "Babe, your van is fixed." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Your van is working." So I just wanted to encourage the nation. He's real. We have to trust him. We have to show love no matter, in spite of how we're being treated. That was my situation. I know everybody's situation is different, but trust him in everything that we in our being. Trust him no matter what. No matter what we see in the natural, we have to trust him by the Spirit. And I love y'all. I really do.
Thank you, beloved sisters.
And
Thank you for bringing us this great testimony.
yes, and
Shalom.
thank you.
All right.
Shalom.
May the King reign forever. All praises, beloved. All praises. Beloved, the Most High can do anything. He can do anything, brethren. He can do anything. All right. All right. We have another sister. Let me take the beloved sister. Okay. Shalom.
Shalom, Big Levi. How are you?
So far, so
Shalom.
good.
Hi, family. I have two things I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
On well, first I'll tell you the dream. I had a dream one day last week. I woke up and I was standing looking out of the window in front of my house. And when I opened the blinds, there were so many dead bodies, like just laying on the street. And I just closed the blind. I closed the curtains, and then in the dream, I just kept, calling on the name of the Most High, and I prayed, and I said, I asked for forgiveness, and I said, Lord, let Your will be done. And then when I woke up, the dream felt so real that I said, wait a minute, let me go look out, but there was nothing there. And then another time I had a dream, and these were the words in the dream. It said, a matter rightly divided. And while I was sleeping, I kept saying, oh, you should send that to my sister. You should send that to my sister, because we had gotten into an argument. I said, yeah, I know that's for my sister. And so I went back in the morning to research a matter rightly divided, and I tried to find it all over. And the only scripture that I found was 2 Timothy 2 verses 15. And it basically talks about a matter rightly divided, and you should show yourself, study to show yourself approved. Yes. And my sister, my sister has voice to other sisters. It's 4 of us. To my other sisters that, now I'm in this questionable faith. So, I'm assuming it's personal, this part, that, the Lord is telling me, listen, study, so that when you do have discussions with her, you can show yourself approved. Like you're not some cuckoo bird. Here are the facts as it is in, the Bible, the lost books, and all the other books that we are, reading. So those were the 2 things that I wanted to share. I don't know if it helps the nation or if it was for the nation. I know.
It does, sister. It may not help me, or it will help somebody there. Yes, it does, sister. Thank you for letting the nation know about this. Thank you
All
so
right. Be
much.
blessed, everyone. Be blessed, Big Levi.
Shalom. All
Bye
praises to the
bye.
Most High. May the King reign forever. Okay. Brethren, our people, we got somebody from Ohio, I believe. Let me see. Is it? All right, let me take that person. Shalom.
Shalom.
What you got for the nation, sister?
Hi, I had a couple of dreams that I wanted to share. I don't know what they mean.
Go ahead, sister.
The first dream that I had, and I had this dream twice. A little bit more detail for the second part of the dream. Um, it was a honeybee that was antagonizing me, and I was swiping it, but it wasn't stinging me or anything. So that was the first dream, and then the second part of that dream, like the following week, I had the same dream, but I actually trapped the bee up under a pillow, and when I lifted the pillow, a white butterfly came out. There was also another dream that I had with my mom and my daughter and my grandson, and we're sitting on the couch, and it was a wave that came from the back of the house, but it didn't bother us. It just came from the back of the house, and I seen that twice, and then I woke up.
Okay, my apologies, sister. What did you saw that came in out of the house? A way?
A,
What?
a big wave, a wave from the back of the house, like a wave that would be in the ocean.
Oh, a wave, like a water wave. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
So those are the two dreams I had that I wanted to get some clarification on.
Okay. Well, one thing that I know, sister, I said this before. Um, bees. When it comes to bees, honey bees, it mean a blessing. Okay, I explained this story multiple times. My beloved grandfather had a house, and a group of bees came in there, and they made a hive in there, and the hive got so big. As a kid, we were antagonizing the my grandfather to tell him to remove the bee. He said no, this is the heavenly father send him a blessing. Okay, bee carry honey.
Okay.
Remember, the heavenly father told Abraham, I'm going to give your children, I'm going to give you a land that is flowing with honey and milk. Okay, so what,
Yes.
and your first dream, and that blessing, whatever it is, whatever bee, it's a blessing from the heavenly father, because the bee, if it would have stung you, you would have known this. If a bee came in to attack you, you would have get attacked. But when you
Right.
put this bee under your pillow and they come back as a white butterfly, and I'm thinking this is some kind of purification. Sometimes I think whether you are purified or need purification. So that's what that's what it was. So the last dream that you have with your mother with that wave, but did the wave actually overpowered you guys, or did it just standing there? What was it?
It just came in and we were fine sitting on the couch. It didn't bother us at all.
Okay. Well, that's a form of protection. The ocean is an angel named Sarahel. Okay. That's a form of protection that came in upon the house and then stand there. Okay. It did not overthrow the house, but it's some type of protection. That's what that is. Thank you, sister.
Okay, thank you. Shalom.
Shalom. Okay. Let me see. All right. Shalom. Oops. Oh, all right. All right. Beloved, we have so many people calling. Our apologies, brothers. We cannot take everybody at once. Okay. If you wish to call, then call now. But certain things need to be clarified, brothers. Like I said, when it comes to angels, beloved, when it comes to bees, okay, if a bee come in your house and start making a beehive, don't remove that bee. You cannot remove it. According to my grandfather, it's illegal to do this. You don't have, even if the city try to call, you don't even need to call the city or anything. Brethren, I'm very, if you have to get out of your house for this bee, get out. Go live in a hotel or be homeless. Don't remove that bee. Do not remove it. Let this bee do whatever the bee does. Okay. We have somebody in Texas. Let's take that person. Uh, I believe. What? Let me see. Okay, wait. Shalom,
Hello.
shalom, beloved sister.
Shalom.
Uh,
God bless.
yes. What you got for the nation?
Well, my name is Sister Lynn, and I'm calling to let you guys know I've been waiting for people like you. I've been walking this journey alone. I've been walking this journey since 1990. And then this is a hard journey. And you guys are some powerful people. I started laughing when I first heard about you. And I was like, look at him praying. Oh God, he's praying like that. He's praying like David prayed. He's getting ready to destroy. Yes, that's what we need. Now, do you remember when we had that? They had that little thing up there in Washington, D.C. when they opened up and went up there to fight. And remember when it was all lit up? It was lit up real pretty. And God, I heard a still small voice say, on the right side, say, I'm coming for my people. Now, ever since then, I started to cry and I was like, oh no, you crazy girl, you crazy, you don't know nothing. Just keep watching, keep reading, stay out of everybody's business. So yesterday when I went outside, I seen an owl sitting up on the cable wire again. And I said, hello, Mr. Owl, how are you? Was not expecting that owl to say anything back to me. And it killed off a screech, and I fell underneath my car because it scared me, because I wasn't expecting the owl to make out a screech. So when that lady talked about that screech, it clicked in my head. It's like it's a call. It's some type of call. I don't understand it. But then I got a dream for you. When I was in 1990, I gave my life over. I thought I was serving the right God at that time. But let me tell you what happened. I had a dream, and I was riding in my car with my cousins, all four of us. And we went up one hill. I lifted up out of the car, but I didn't die. Went up the second hill, lifted out of the car. I didn't die. Got back in the car. Went up the third hill. The car came down fast. I lifted up. And at that time, all I knew was Jesus. I said, where are you at? I know you said that you were here. Where are you at? And he wouldn't let me see his face. It was dark. It was dark, but it had a lot of light. And behind him, and I said, let me in. He said, it's not your time yet. It's not your time yet. Go back. I said, but when is my time? He said, when I separate the sheep from the goats. Now, I'm going to tell you something. 3 years after that, my mother passed away. And when she passed away, they did me dirty. And he showed me how they took everything that belonged to my mother and told me, because I was adopted, I wasn't real. And I was so hurt that they stole everything from me, the inheritance. And then God said, let the dead bury the dead, and you come and follow me. So from that time to this time, I've been following just the voice, not the people, the word and the voice. And when you said today, be careful because you don't want to see what they look like because you can't live. See, every time I would pray, I would never pray to see anybody because I knew I couldn't handle it. Because when I was 13 years old, now I know the difference between right and wrong. When I was 13 years old, I disrespected my mother. And when I called myself being grown and I cut off she told me not to take no food upstairs. She told me not to take nothing out of her refrigerator. I said, whatever you say. And I thought I was good. Next thing I know, I cut off the light. I had a donut and a glass of milk in both of my hands. And I walked back to the hallway go through the hallway to go to my room. There was something standing over me, taller than me, and it was hairy, and you could feel the heat off of it. I said, oh, heck, I ain't gonna say the rest. And I threw the donut and the glass of milk at it, and I ran to cut the light back on. Now, I screamed. My mom came out with her double-barrel shotgun, and my dog was barking in the backyard. See, this is how I know God is real. See, it didn't matter what nobody thought of me. It still don't matter what anybody thinks of me. But when I heard him say, go get your dog and take your dog upstairs with you, that means animals know dead demonic spirits. And I knew when it was all my sins was up on me. And I've been trying to live right. It's hard to live right when you're living in temptation. But see, temptation is not what's going to stop us from getting in. See, temptation is not the problem. It's not believing in what he said. See, one of the things that Abraham was counted righteous because he believed what he said. Now, whatever he said to you about us and those who follow you, he meant that. Those who don't follow you understand what I'm saying to you. All praises to the Most High. See, this is a walk that you walk alone, but when you walk alone and you come together, see, that's what's going to make Judah's wealth come back. We got to walk together. See, Judah is not just Judah. Judah is the praising of God. Do you understand that? See, he says that we are Israel. Do you know what Israel means? God prevails. Don't you ever underestimate the power of the Most High living God. You should have known what you was destined with when you came in and tap in on that source. See, that's the source that they're not ready. See, you said the source. See, you tapped into the source. He's the source. So therefore, now that's the reason why they have a problem with us, because you tapped into the source. The ley line is your source. But when you reach up with the right hand of the Most, you reach for it. You reach with your right hand and you tear down with your left hand. See, once you start to climbing, that's called climbing, right? So when you climb up to the what? Hills from which cometh your help. Your help comes from the Lord. So know that he said that he coming on Capitol Hill. When y'all said that, all I can say is all praises to the Most High.
Thank you, beloved sisters, so much. Thank you. Shalom.
Shalom.
May the King reign forever. All praises. Yeah. Amen. You should have known better. Coming and tap into the Most High power. Those people try to overwrite what the Most High say. Listen, the Most High's mouth, the Most High word is a seal. Whatever he told Abraham, it will happen. When he told Abraham, Abraham didn't even ask to say, Abraham, I know what you have in your heart, and I will tell you what's going to happen in a lot of days. Don't worry. After that 400 years, your children will be fine. They all will be fine. But the people that did this to them, I'll be the judge. You should have keep your filthy way away from us. You should have keep your filthy hand away from our books, writing things in there, changing things, hiding things. Make this thing look like, remember what the other sister said? He said the Bible is written to the third grade level. Anybody should have picked up the Bible and read it. Yet you scumbag went in there, you take precept out, you put things next to each other and make it look like that's what it says. You told the people to raise a man above the father. You do all sort of nonsense, and then now the fire is burning on you now. You think this is a game, man? You think this is the time for love? Hey, this is the time to let us get together, brother. Let us go back to the church. And I don't care no matter who you are, as long as you love the Most High and I love you too. Let's go to the church. It doesn't work like that. That's your talk. That's not the Most High talk. When the Most High said judgment time. This brother say, "Oh, no judgment." That sister say, "Hey, no judgment." The Most High say judgment. The Most High say, "Be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble." You go out there, keep saying Jacob's trouble and stuff like that. We'll see what's going to happen to you. With all those things that are happening right now, beloved. With all those things that are happening right now, you can see it. Be very careful, beloved. Be very careful when you tap into this power. Be very, very careful. This is a very powerful source. Guess what? We are the only people that can tap into this. Okay, we have somebody in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I don't know if I ever said this thing right, but yeah. We got many people calling, brothers. We'll keep it short and have the brethren. Hello, the sister, and give them a little time. Hello.
Shalom, Brother Biglevi.
Shalom, sister. What you got for the nation?
Yes, I talked with you and the family before in other dreams I've shared, and my husband has been encouraging me to share this other one. He believes it's sequential. So for those that know, will probably understand this final dream that I've had other dreams, but this one is the last one I've had that were similar to the other ones. So the dream occurred back in December 28, 2019. Okay. And here's the dream. And I know it's going to be detailed, but I'm trying my best to get through it as fast as I can. I am sitting at a table at a Vietnamese restaurant at lunch with my coworker. It's a past coworker. There were other folks in the small cafe talking and enjoying their meals. The scene was soft like imagery. It was or it appeared to be spring or summer or possibly a warm day. I was taking a late lunch, so this may be like 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon. My husband just returned from lunch and was at his job. He was talking with his staff and coworkers. I cannot recall whether he was in a new capacity or an old one. As these things are happening at the same time, the next thing is a sound loud enough that the whole or all of the people on the earth can hear it. I instantly stood up slowly from my chair that I was sitting at. I knew what I had to do. I called my husband. I asked if he could hear the sound. He said, "We can all hear it." Then he says, "We need to go." While I was talking with my husband, my coworker asked me, "Can she go with me and my husband?" I asked my husband, or I let him know that my coworker was asking if she could go with that. He said yes. So my husband was asking me, "Can I see the star?" And I looked at my coworker's forehead. I said, "Yes, she has the star." It looked like a bright light. So he instructed me to go to our house first. Still on the phone, I can see or possibly hear that my husband's boss was asking if he could go with him. My husband looks at his boss's forehead and sees the star. He says yes to his boss and instructed him to meet him at a certain destination in a certain amount of time. I see next that we are at my house. My coworker and I are standing in the living room. My husband was also there. We appear to be packing very quickly, grabbing essential things. My husband asked my coworker where she lived. She tells him, and he says, possibly thinking that's not too far, he says to her that we have 10 minutes. Whatever remaining time we have once we arrive at your house is the time you have to grab what you need and we have to go. We are in the car. My coworker shuts the door and my husband begins to start to pull out into the road to drive. He gets a call from our daughter. By this time, she has the baby. She asks my husband on the phone, "Is that what I think it is, Dad?" He says to her, "Yes." He tells her that she and her boyfriend need to grab what they need within 5 minutes and meet at the designated place. And they hung up. We're at the designated spot. My husband, my coworker, myself, my husband's boss and his family, my daughter, her baby, and her boyfriend. And there was a fourth family whom I cannot recall from the vision or the dream. A note. I could see the star and its design in the vision, but I cannot describe it to you because I'm looking at myself and see a bright light on the forehead. My husband begins to check by explaining to everyone that we have been instructed to go. If you are able to go, he checks his boss's family's forehead. All of them had the star. He checks the fourth family, and they had the star too. When he checked our daughter, she and the baby had the star, but her boyfriend did not. So my husband tells him that he can go, but up to a certain point. My daughter's boyfriend seemed to understand and was okay with it. My daughter somehow knew fully what her dad was saying to her boyfriend and was sad and crying. Everyone started to get in their vehicles. My husband hands out those radio talkies to each family. Each had a box of 8 in the trunk, or he had a box of 8 in the trunk. He told everyone what channel to tune in to communicate. We're in the New Mexico area when we met at the designated place. We are now on the road headed east towards Texas. I recall doing a comm check with everyone to make sure everyone was okay. Everyone was able to respond via the radio talkies. My coworker kept telling me that it was going to be okay. She asked my husband if he knew where we were going. He said no, but he's being instructed to head in this direction. After driving a few hours, we arrived to a destination or to a land area or in Texas. The land had a fence, wooden, that folks could either go under or over it as it was low enough to climb over. We all got out of the vehicles. We can see lots of other people going over under the fence, walking towards others that were doing the same thing. It appeared that everyone was coming together into a circle, but when they got closer towards the center, they disappeared. Now, my husband, my coworker, my husband's boss and his family, and the fourth family started to go towards the fence. I started also walking towards the fence. My daughter and her boyfriend walked towards the fence. My daughter's boyfriend did not go over the fence. The rest of us and my daughter and her baby went over the fence. Once we crossed the fence, we received instruction not to look back. Otherwise, if we do, we would turn into pillar of salt or possibly be cut off. So everyone kept looking straight and into the center. The center appeared to be like a hub or a portal for transport. When we transported, we arrived to a very beautiful place beyond description. It was very green. We could see many, many other people, see all different shades, sizes, men, women, and children. There appeared to be a man directing people to different areas of the beautiful place. He was explaining or telling people if they came in a group, to stay with that group. He comes over to us and he tells my husband where we need to go. My husband acknowledged the man. My husband starts walking in the direction the man told him. We, the rest of us, follow him. We get to the spot. The man told my husband, they're in the spot, like, they're in the spot where we were, like, raised hump we could sit on. I noticed another man coming over. My husband was still standing, trying to figure out what we need to do next. As the man gets closer, I can see and sense that he was glad, happy, pleased, or like smiling to see us. The man greets my husband and I. He tells my husband that this group is now his responsibility. That I had a thought in my head that went something like, that's a lot of responsibility, and there are men in charge of their families or group or household. That man that greeted us turned to me and said, yes, but it is my husband's responsibility to teach them the laws and commandments and statutes of the Most High. I said, oh. My husband asked him, what do we do next? The man replied, you will know. Then he walks away, headed towards another group across the way, and I woke up. So thank you, Big Levi, for listening.
All
and
praises.
Thank you, family. Appreciate it. All praises to the Most High.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. All praises to the Most High. Shalom. That's the sister that had, excuse me. That's the sister that had the same dream. It's pretty much the same dream. She keep having this dream, but a different version. Okay, from a group of people is taking from one place to another, but there is always somebody in that group that somewhat either they when they about to get there they turn, or something always happened to them. And this group that the sister was going, everybody in the car, okay, the husband that she saw, again, most likely to be the archangel Raphael or Michael, okay, one of the angels. So everybody got the stars in their forehead, their star seed, but the boyfriend did not. And then when they came to this place, they tried to, I believe, they tried to go over over a fence. Something happened to the boyfriend. Yeah, the same one that walked into the tornado. It's pretty much the same dream, different version. Okay, the sister had a dream that there was a tornado, and then when we got to this place, and then some of them, I believe, one person just right into the tornado. And that has nothing to do with the real boyfriend of that sister's daughter. That's not what that is. This is for the nation. Okay. We have somebody in Colorado. Let's put the brother or the sister on hold. Shalom. Yeah, everybody got the stars in their phone. Yes. Can you put your? I believe the.
Of course.
Okay.
Hi. I'll be brief.
Okay.
This life.
Go ahead. Shalom. Go ahead.
I've been walking this for about 30 years. I woke up in 1988 in Chicago. Chicago happens to be I suppose, a spiritual vortex. There's a lot going on that you never hear about here. I fell into some trouble in my youth, and I was rescued by my community, which is called the Church of the Second Coming. They taught me to interpret dreams and have visions like common now. That's not a surprise to me, and it doesn't frighten me. When it first begins, people are frightened. It's very unusual, and I've accepted it. One particular thing, a very early dream, when in my childhood, I was a very tiny girl, about 5, and I would dream about in black and white TV. Actually, I would climb up into one of those old-fashioned TV cases, and I was on TV, right? Then I had another dream in black and white that I moved to the west. I actually had a poke bonnet on and a big skirt, and I climbed up into a wagon, and there was a young man, a youth, sitting next to me, and we hitched up horses and went west. I grew up to find out that was my husband. He had a dream for me. He's passed on now. He had a dream to me. He was so excited to tell me when we were dating that when he was a little boy, not a dream, actually, this actually happened to him. He dived into a very deep, cold lake on the East Coast. They have that sort of thing there. I'm not a priest, but he found out when he was a little boy, maybe 10, no, smaller than that, maybe 7. He ran out of air under there. And he panicked. He didn't know what to do. And something told him, take a breath. He took a breath under that water and came up. And he was so excited, he ran in circles and told his mother, and his mother just blew it off. But these things keep happening to us now. An incident that really kind of excites me, and I couldn't sit still and keep it to myself, is that I live out here in the West. I live in Colorado, southern Colorado, the wilderness. People get bitten, followed, and eaten by animals. On occasion, long occasions it used to be, but now it's like 2 or 3 a month in this region. It was a woman at Edomite women, these Edomite people. It happens to them a lot. And I was walking through the park one day, and something popped out of the woods. It was a bear, and he was after me. And I wasn't upset about it. I was sitting there eating a sandwich, and this very, very broken folk drove past. That my neighbors that had their son, was a hero, had died and saved people in the fire. And they stopped and said, "The bear's after you. Get in the car." And I jumped in the car. This past month, an Edomite woman was not only attacked and killed, but eaten and digested by a bear and her cubs. A month before that, there was another man that was eaten by a bear. I usually keep the stuff to myself because I've been distracted. But it's coming faster now. Things are happening quicker now.
Yes, it's happening a lot quicker, a lot more often now.
Mm-hmm. And also, I'll tell you about this. A couple of 4th of July's ago, there's all kind of people you meet through here. They leave their whatever lives they had, all points of the earth, and come here. And they're drawn to it. It's a beautiful country. And a Moabite I fell in with, and he has a heart for our people. And he was just bursting to tell me this, and he didn't know about my spiritual background at all. I said, "From Chicago." He started to laugh. I said, "Why are you laughing at me?" "Because I'm from a real hard neighborhood in Chicago," he says. And it made me, it's kind of crazy to just walk right into somebody that used to live like 2 blocks away, and I never knew him. He never knew me, and we meet here. Anyway, he was walking through the city park, city square here, and the Edomites were celebrating their holiday, their summer, blood ritual festival. And usually he told all of them, stop what they were doing, and stared at him.
I think we're all okay. I think we were buffering. I think we're okay. We're good now. You can go ahead. Go ahead, sister. We were buffering. Go ahead.
I have like 1,000 stories I could tell you, and I was supposed to write them down. And pretty much, sometimes they were traumatic issues, but basically, like my whole family I was informed about who they were before and why they were here now. I had 2 sets of children. I had extra set. My former husband, the children's father, I've lost 2 men. He was from Gad. He is a descendant, Gad descendant, but white. He's the one kind of the people that look back. He was tempted out, and God took him off the planet and told me first. This is very, very serious.
It is. It is very real. It's very serious, man.
It very serious. Now I have 2 children. They're grown. I raised them myself. We've had people after us. When they were tiny, we were hid away in the mountains. That almost never happened to us Black folk, being away up somewhere like that. But what I'm telling you right now, it's on.
It is. It
might be too late to get ready.
No, you cannot get ready. You have to be born ready. It is done, brothers. It is done. People think they have time to get ready, man. It's done.
I was assigned to come here. And when you had that blip, when your transmission failed online and all that, and I was telling I was telling the Most High and telling off the Satan and all that. That's when I was told to call you and let you know this has happened. I have, my dream life is more important than my waking life, almost. And I cannot be out in public, just at loose ends and careless. You must watch your back. You must listen. You must be listening before you leave the house. You get on your knees and you pray and you scan every hour. I was told, I was trained in this. Every hour of the day, you go over it in your mind and you offer it up to the Most High. And you hear things. A lot of people hear from God, but they blow it off because it's subtle often until it's an emergency and maybe you have to slap you know. Okay. Well, I don't want to crowd.
Thank you, sister.
I want to encourage.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank
it's
you,
wonderful
sister.
time to be alive.
Thank
yes.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Shalom. All praises to the Most High, may the King reign forever. Again, the beloved sister is all the way up in Colorado in the mountain area. So it's really hard. Sometimes the signal get in and out, and you may hear her going out. So it's a place. Brethren, let me tell you something. We keep telling people this, what the sister just said, connected to the beloved brother Hanson when he called. Don't cast your pearl in front of pigs. Don't waste your time out there, brothers. You don't have the power to save people. Those people are acting like they don't know what's going on. They're acting like everything is fine. They got the message. This gospel has been preaching in all four corners of the earth. The Most High has only got a few more people. Listen, it is not up to you to bring the people. It is up to the Most High and the angels. You can't bring nobody in. The Most High have to call them. The Most High have to say, hey, come here. And then they'll hear and understand the voice of the Most High, and then they'll come. My sheep know my voice. They hear they understand it's me. People are out there and acting like everything is so great. Everything is back to normal. Get out of here, man. Things is like thing is at the worst as it is right now. Beloved, it's already 11 a.m. p.m. We had the 2 hours and that came in, and now we had this last one, beloved. So you folks may, so for the one that we didn't have the time to call to get with you, please, you can watch back tomorrow Sunday. We will have another call, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we will study, and Saturday and Sunday we will spend time talking to each other, tell experiences, how life was, what the Most High did for us. Thank you for everybody that called. Thank you, brothers and sisters. You didn't bring no conspiracy. You didn't give any glory to the elite. You didn't bring any fear. We cook a good cake today. The Most High is happy. We bake a good cake. That was pretty good. The Holy Spirit was in the midst. We came here, we do what we need to do. That's how it's supposed to be. No distraction. Nobody come over there and then try to distract us about like, oh, Biglevi, if I say something about that, rising more stuff and stuff. Everybody came in, they do their thing, they give everything that they're supposed to give. They give the Most High glory first and foremost. It's supposed to be like this. Beloved, if anything, tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., please call us. If you have anything you think is very important, we can also record it and send it to us. In the meantime, brothers, please put a phone number in the chat room. So if the nation wanted to call us, go ahead and call tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. I'm trying to keep this. I do not want to make this like, so over and stuff like that. But my apology. Let's take that one person from Canada. That person was trying to call for a while now, but let's close with that person. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, beloved brother. What you got for the nation?
Well, my name is Alupa. I'm calling from Arctic, Canada. You know, it's a great show you did. The calling show is very informational. Thank you. You are one of the true vessels of the Most High. Well, what I would just want to share is an old prophecy from my nation, the Inuit nation, is that the white people will become here in the land and will become like many people in the land, but there will be one day that they will just leave the land because of the plague and starvation. And when the elders used to talk about that back in the day, we used to laugh about them because back in 1990s, it was impossible to think that the white man would like just leave these lands.
That's true. That's true.
But now with what's happening, you know, I can kind of see that those elders that told us those things about the white man going away, because like our people won't be affected. Like I was surprised, like when she said that our people won't get sick, our people will be okay, but for some reason the colonizers, the white people, will just get sick and won't be prosperous anymore and leave. You know, that's an old saying here with us Eskimo in Arctic Canada. And, you know, Big Levi, I have enjoyed what you have shared with us over the past few months. I've watched them early in the morning a lot. And it's a great source of news because I don't watch television. And, you know, with the Most High, what's he doing right now, it's amazing. Our people, if we are doing Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 15, we follow his commandments, we will be fine. We will start to become prosperous again and be the leaders of these lands, because the white man have destroyed the land, and he has no right to rule these lands anymore, because his sins have reached to the heavens.
Yes, his cup is full.
And also, well, the white people, the British colonizers took our people to North Pole, pretty close to North Pole, by ship, coming from a place called Enoch Walk in northern Quebec, where it's almost like that place. If you check Big Levi, it's like a capital of the ley lines. There's a big portal there that till this day you can still see beings that look like humans, and they travel through that portal. You know, back in the day, our ancestors, they were not afraid of them, because sometimes those beings help the people. And for today's modern person, some of them will easily look like an alien, even though they have always been beings on this earth. And, well, to be the last caller, I just wanted to share that there's a prophecy here from the Inuit Eskimo nation that one day white people will just leave these lands, which is North America, or more pretty much all of maybe even South America, because I heard the South American people just look like Eskimo people.
Yeah, the fourth part, they will just leave all our land. Yes, the fourth part. Yes,
and also to share with the family all the Arctic, in all the Canada Arctic, for all the Inuit communities, the COVID is not really touching our people. Like, this is the hand of the Most High, which has put Psalm 91 on our people. Even though the system is trying to vaccinate people like every day, like mind control on the mass media, and even though nobody is sick or has been sick with this virus, which we see that's happening to our colonizers here in Canada. And for that, there's like less than 50% have been jabbed because they know they don't trust the white man. You know, this is the time to trust the Most High. You know, put all your trust in the Most High. He will protect you. In fact, even if you follow His commandment the best you can, you will be like so protected that people will come to you and feel protected. You know, because of the atmosphere you have around your environment, your positive or your energy repels the spirit,
the spirit, the
that we
negative
can't
spirits.
see.
Yes.
And so therefore, I just like to encourage our nation. We on this earth will still be the true caretakers of these lands. But I have to warn the people who rely on the stores. You know, when like if the white man go, so does his business go, his stores. All of his business will go away as well. All the stuff that he brought here is no longer going to be used. That's why my nation, the Inuit Nation, they started their own co-op or corporation that they run themselves, that are managed by the local people, and the money stay in the community, and we buy what we want. And hopefully this system that they had planned for this event will help us a little bit. But for the kind of junk foods that our people have got used to, we have to let them go. You know, like for myself, I no longer drink soda pop, a bag of chips, because it's one of those things that were used to colonize my people. And also I've learned, like, for example, pork. When I stopped eating pork, I all of a sudden was able to understand the Bible and the Book of Mormon and all the other books, like Book of Jubilee, Book of Enoch, and Book of Jasher, you know, and it just became so clear, which was very hard to, before, when I was still a Christian, hard to understand, you know, because I had to understand that this Christianity that they used to conquer my people, I had to drop it completely. And I'm so happy that my people did not celebrate the pagan holiday Xmas. This was a blessing for me, actually, when we skipped it in 2020. Well, anyway, Big Levi, I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to your platform, and all praises to the Most High.
Thank you, beloved brother. All praises to the Most High. Shalom. May the King reign forever, beloved. We got the family up there in Arctic Canada, Inuit, aka another word, Eskimo. for our people. Okay, and this is good, brothers. It is very good to have things like this. Okay, thank you, beloved brother Manolo, for bringing this powernomics. Okay, we need to get our own stuff together. The Most High will bless your hand, whatever you put your hand into. Don't put your hand in a business to cause your enemy to get rich. Put your hand on the business that will cause you to get closer to the Most High, that will cause you to provide for the nation. Start starting your own stuff. Don't try to get a job with those IBM or whatever stuff. If anything, you get a job to them. Try to get the executive, or the guy that is on the top, knock his ass out, take his job, and then swagger jack the company and bring it for the people. Beloved, thank you. Don't eat that pork. It's a blackage. Don't eat those garbage food. They are blackage. Okay, it's not, nothing is wrong with those animals. They are the animal of the Most High, brothers, but you're not supposed to eat them because they are not meant for you to eat them. By the power, the Most High vested in me, and he can take it anytime he feel like, brothers. Leaving all of you in peace. I will see you tomorrow for the prayer, and also I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. We'll have another gathering. Okay, shalom. All right, be at peace. May the King reign forever.